What new music, Peter? What new music? I haven't got new music because this is the... I need to turn that down actually. Because I've stupidly... It should be very quiet. Should be very quiet now, music-wise. Should be just very, very slightly in the background. How are we all? You're all right? Sorry about being a little bit late. There you go. Andrew knows the score. He knows it's not. It's it's not new music. I know I did promise to change the music. I just haven't had a chance. And anyways, tonight is effectively a bonus stream because I changed my schedule around. I was going to go out for the day today, and some acid jazz. What the hell is acid jazz? So I was going to go out today up to Edinburgh, but the weather was looking not so great. So I decided to delay that until Thursday. So I wasn't really prepared for doing a stream today. So all that preparation and everything, that was all a little bit last minute. But anyways, hope you're all well. Good to see you all. Thank you very much for joining in. Good afternoon, Peter. Good afternoon, Inda. How cold is it in Toronto then? I bet it's better. It's a little bit nippy here, but it's only like 0 Celsius. Up there, I bet it's like -20 or something crazy. Good evening, Sergio. Hope you're well. Good evening, Paulo. Hello from Lisbon, Portugal. Nice. I bet it's a little bit warmer there than what it is here. Evening, Andrew. Good afternoon, Kathleen. Good to see you. Hope you're well as well. Yes, Inda, just be careful about. I think Inda did a bit of lurking before he realised he had a keyboard. So, but it's all good. It's all good. Any new fan mail for it? What? Oh, by the way, Andrew, I presume you got the email from Michael, because he tagged me in it as well. So hopefully you're making a little bit of progress there. Has Botrix just decided to work now, or has it been working a while? Maybe it's just decided to kick in now. Anyways, hope you're all well. Is there something been going on with your YouTube channel, Andrew, that I should know about that I haven't been party to? Have you been hacked, or has Peter been running his mouth? Oh, a stalker, how lucky. I wish I had one of them. I wish I had one of them. I might do. They just haven't said anything. I don't know. Hi, Marilyn. Oh, you're up in Ohio. I bet it's a bit chilly up there. I'm guessing so. I keep on seeing the weather forecasts. I think it's a little bit chilly in America at the moment. Hey, I'm not going on these dating sites. That's what I come on YouTube for. Yes, but I you know, there's certain stalkers I definitely like. And Maryland's very cold. Let's open up. So I did find a new I'm saying a new website, but it was. Good evening, M2. I got the 24 to 120. Skipping ahead, I'm still doing the intro chat, but I got the 24 to 120 Nikon F4. Hope you're well. Hi, Serge. Serge is playing for the purple team tonight. Good to see you both. Right, I'll just get my stuff together here. because I'm disorganized as ever. So then delete it first, man. Because I was looking at this. Oh. We'll go see. Cool that is in the UK first. If I change my screen, might update a little bit quicker. So according to this, it's like what? Near like 0. Are we getting any snow yet? Are we getting a little touch, maybe? Did he? Oh, here's all the catch-up stuff from the last week. Of you, yeah. So we've got a little bit of snow incoming. I'm about there. Afternoon, Aussie. So let's scroll out and scroll back in. Oh, some big things going on the East Coast now. Ohio's up here somewhere. So that's precipitation. We want temperature. So Ohio, I mean, obviously Ohio comes all the way down here, but -10 up the top, -17 Celsius, proper measurements, by the way. Now into Europe and Toronto, so -10, not so bad. Oh, you've had some snow, Peter. Very good. Very good. So what is it? A balmy -6 where you are. It's Serge, is that snow? Yeah, I mean we had a little small covering of snow, like a dusting, and then it instantly froze. Bloody horrible. Bloody horrible. 50 here. Becca, how are you? Did you? I'd imagine you had to battle through all this weather and these freezing temperatures. When you left that place and ended up somewhere in here. Hope you're good. Hope the travelling was all right, and hopefully you're fully unpacked or reasonably unpacked now. Right. Anyways, before I finish. Tell everybody where everybody lives. We'll go back to that. So it's winter out there. -26 Fahrenheit, whatever that is in real money. Fully unpacked. Excellent. Good to hear it. Right. Close that down, Andy. Have I probably closed down the page? Oh no, I haven't. I haven't closed down the page I probably needed. Good. I am kind of organised. Right. I'm going to try. I'm going to try this. Becca, you are the guinea pig here. Will it work? Is the question. It doesn't come up with that. Can I do it? Right. Will it do it? Unrecognized command. All right. Okay, fair enough. I have no idea. I thought there was like a basic shout out command on here. On the old Twitch side of things. Yeah, I was going to do shout outs because people keep on shouting me out in their streams. Oh, that doesn't sound good, Ozzy. That doesn't sound good. Is it only an inch? Oh, could be. Ooh, shout out there. So we click on that. Oh, and then we go. Do I have to do? Does it not autofill? So I don't have to. Yay, I think it worked. There we are. It worked. Yay! Right, I'm going to have to remember to do that for like the streamers that I know that come in on the Twitch side of things. Oh yeah, I can well imagine that, Ozzy. Well, like you say, a blizzard, but it's all going sideways, so it doesn't actually fall. So like up against everybody's houses, it'll be like 6 foot deep. Anyways, I'm sure you don't want to listen to me talk about the weather all night. Not all night, anyway. It's lovely to see you all. It's nice to have so many people watching as normal as usual. Have I got anybody else stream? So you probably all want to know, because it's in the title. So because I'm so far behind on creating content, that I recorded a video last week about, yeah, lovely, love that. I recorded a video last week about that I bought this new lens. Good evening, David. How are you, sir? Hope you're well. So I bought this new lens, the 24 to 120 f4 G ED, and all the other kind of numbers that come with it. Quite a nice lens, nice and weighty. I think I've either suddenly got very old, or a lot weaker, or I've been playing too many darts, or the fact I'm out of practice and haven't been photographing enough. But bloody hell, my arm is aching after using that. I mean, lens-wise, it's not that much heavier than the 16 to 35. Or it doesn't feel like it in the hand. But bloody hell, it's sore on the arm. Bodrick seems to be minutes behind. Are you sure? Is it? Ah, nice. Yeah, I bet you are. I bet you are him too. That's a big lens, that one. But yes, I don't need anything with that kind of zoom range. Basically, I don't need anything beyond probably a 50mm on this. But yes, I give it its first run out today, and I have some comments. I mean, yes, it's been around a while. So, David, how long did you have yours? Because I haven't. I mean, I obviously got this as more of a walk around lens, so I don't need to take, multiple lenses out with this, because I very rarely shoot wider than 24 these days. And I like having the versatility, having a bit more reach with it than 35mm. So that's why I got this. Yes, it's beastly and heavy. Why is that on? That should be off. Well, one of the things I noticed is when I was shooting with it, obviously I don't photograph like normal people. I obviously do a lot of movement, and also after every single shot, I'm like this, looking, chimping at the screen to see what I've shot. I noticed halfway through a batch of images that I'd started shooting at 24mm, and after a few goes, I looked down and I was shooting at 50mm. So the actual ring had slipped as I'd been moving the camera in an extravagant fashion. So that's something I'm going to have to look at. I mean, it's not even loose. That's the thing. It's, there's no thing like saying, sending it back because the zoom ring is loose. It's just the movement. It's just making it creep, and then it crept all the way to 50mm, which is quite odd because there's not a lot of resistance there. you know, just a little rocking there. But there's a hell of a lot of resistance once you get to 28mm and go from there and go up the way. So getting it to 50 was quite a thing. Oh, I mean, I can really feel it in here, Becca. I need to go to the gym or something, maybe, or something. But it's absolutely aching in there because I do a lot of twisting as well. I had it on the D7000. All right. Yeah, I know it's been. I mean, the lens has been around for a long time. But yeah, Becca, I end up shooting stuff like this. So there's a lot. There's a lot of there's a lot of movement going on. So yes, so weight, like I say, it might be slightly heavier. That's making me all make. It could be the fact that I haven't really shot in anger for quite a while, or it might be the fact that I've been punishing the dartboard quite a lot recently. So might have to just, like I say, work on arm strength and flexibility. So it's interesting. One thing I did notice when I loaded into Lightroom, yes, I know I have got an ND filter on the front, but when it's on 24mm in the corners around the image, ow, no more photography till Thursday. In the corners, there's a bit more vignetting. And you know that's even without the ND filter on as well. So it was something else I noticed. Yeah, my thing is I like a heavy. I'm saying a heavy camera, a camera with some weight in it. That's why I'm not a fan of the mirrorless ones. I might become a fan of the mirrorless ones pretty soon if this is gonna be as heavy as this forever. Oh, that's aches. So that's gonna be. Need to stretch it. Give me a massage. Oh. So yes, there's yeah, I might have to go mirrorless in case it's. Yeah, they are, but the lenses are huge. So what you lose in body weight, you potentially gain with lens weight. Oh, that's there. Yeah, I mean I've had them like that as well, Andrew, but they've been like generally like really cheap ones. I've got a, what was it, a 135 to 400, an old Sigma, and yeah, you if you didn't have it level and just dropped it slightly, it would just go slip straight out. Is that 7.2? Nice, nice. Yeah, the old crop sensor cameras, they're a lot smaller. I started with a D70. And I was light as a feather. It was probably because there was nothing in it. I can well believe that until shit. Tea everywhere. Haven't even had a drink yet. Oh well, we don't believe in yeah, spilling the tea. We don't believe in napkins and cleaning up properly. That's what sleeves are for. Try a Powerball for building wrist strength. Wrist strength's not the problem. It's up here, Andrew. It is aching right in here. I think it's because it's the overstretching as I'm rotating around. Yeah, I think we'll do better. I think we will do. Whilst we're on the subject of drink, by the way, those of you that are on Twitch should notice that Hi, Jen, by the way. If you're on Twitch, if you notice, there are now channel points. I activate channel points. So the least, oh, I've actually called them feathers. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I was a little bit worried about that earlier on. Thank you, Becca. I will drink. Thank you. So I haven't gone into great detail with them, but so the lowest one is like just redeem water, so to keep me hydrated. The next one up is basically to dehydrate me. So I think is it for 1,000? Then I'll take a nip of whiskey, and then there's others after that. Have you got a bunch of feathers already, Jen? Oh, you subscribers, you get extra, don't you? By the way, thank you for the new subs. Those with Peter was the other day. Alejandro and Margaret, thank you for the subs that came in a little bit earlier. Good evening, Simon. How are you, sir? Says, is the A6 700 new? Is it? Is it a new release? I haven't been. Oh, Jen. Yes, new lens, third floor. New lens. Well, it's new to me, I should say. The 24 to 120. 24 to 120. Yes, 24 to 120 walk around. Well, I'm classing it as a walk around lens. F4, so consistent. You know what? Am I a bird? What do you mean by that, M2? Oh, the 6700's brand new. I haven't been. I obviously haven't been looking at. You feel like a puppeteer. Oh no! I'm gonna have to increase the price of that. Oh, for Jen, sorry. Oh, feathers. No, I went for channel points. I went for feathers because obviously we are generally the red knights. The red knights need plumes in their helmets, so that's where the feathers come from. So the more feathers you have, yeah. Andrew, I went from D70 to D700, D200 to D700 to D850, which I've got now. So I am Nik on for life, probably. Right, drum. We'll stay on the cheap stuff though, Jen. We'll stay on the. I'm saying, tweet cheap stuff. It's in a fancier bottle. Just a grouse. And by the way, there are all limits on the drama reclaiming of points. By the way, I think it's 2 per stream before anybody gets carried away. So, right, okay. Put this down before I drop it, which is likely with the smart limit. I think it might be 3 actually, Jen. I think I basically set it like in case of an emergency and I need to drive, then I better not make it too big a thing. You know what I mean. But how's the computer going, Jen? Is it working? Is it set up? By the way, whilst Jen is here. Go follow, if you're on Twitch, go follow Kangamoo for Sunday night streams. And general gameplay and stuff. Come on, Stream Elements, you're a bit slow today. I've discovered the shout out command, Jen, that's what it is. It's like, people keep on shouting me out and I'm like, I need to do that on my streams. I keep forgetting. So, it's long overdue, Jen. Already, Sergio. That's quick. That's quick to get a brand new thing already used. It was like a demo display, is it? What is Stream Elements on? Oh well. Anyways, cheers. This might inspire some better image making. All right. Anyways, on is that all I need to mention? No, actually, behind me there. Those of you that nice, Becca. Those of you that are subscribed to my newsletter, if you're not, there will be a link somewhere. Will it be socials? On there and on Twitch. No, that's the wrong one. I need the Twitch one. Links. So within there should be a link to sign up to my newsletter. Fingers crossed there is. But I put a notification that this is going live tomorrow. This new print here, it now has a name. We've been making it for weeks. It now has a name. Hope, the Last Sentinel. So I basically put in a load of stuff. Excellent, thank you, Becca. So I put in. What do you mean? What do you mean, Andrew? My newsletter. I'm pointing to this picture, this print. This print here. So I put out another thing on my newsletter yesterday saying that the current print, because I remember I'm only offering a single print at a time for a limited period. So the one that's currently there today will be disappearing like midnight. I mean, it'll still be available in the morning by the time I get things transferred over. So that'll be going the way of the dodo. Probably will never return. To be replaced by this one. And then this print will be available for the next few weeks. I think this one might only be available till maybe, because we're the 16th of the day, so it'll probably only be live for maybe 3 weeks, and then it'll be replaced by one of two that were also listed in the newsletter, which are also on the wall here. So you've got that one there, and then this one here, which you can't really see because of the shiny paper. The explanation to go from limited number to limited periods. It was basically part of a Facebook group that's attached to a print lab, and they'd done a load of research on about the best, I'm saying like the more consistent way of making money out of prints, which they proved to me it worked straight away, because I sold more prints in this limited time than what I had done for about 18 months. So exactly, there you go. Third floor knows the deal. Fear of missing out marketing. Exactly, yeah. So instead of going, there's only 10 prints in existence, because if there's no reason to get it immediately, then you might sell one, and then you might, in 9 years' time, you might still have another 9 still to be sold. But if you prompt people to keep things, going, keep a short availability time, then people will be more inclined to jump on board, and that was proved straight away with the release of the current print. Yes, you've got to get it tonight. This next print is probably going to be, date-wise, 1, 2. Maybe one. Oh, that's one. 1 week, 2 weeks. Maybe it's 3 weeks because I've got two prints lined up to go for the next one. So this one here might only be there for 3 weeks available, because I mean the people I was listening to, they were like recommending only having it available for 10 days, and I'm like, I'm not organized enough to be able to do that. I need time. Whereas the last one was available from, I think that's been available for nearly 2 months. I think it was like late November till tonight. So it's had a long old shift. Whereas they were recommending 10 days. And also recommending making reels and all this kind of garbage as well to really help things. So that's the theory, Sergio. Hopefully that explains it. Right. It's already after 8 o'clock. We've got images to make, or a image to make anyway. So that was the cover image. So like I say, you'll see here the vignetting. You can see in the corners how much vignetting there is. Good. Excellent, Jen. Excellent. So basically these are all shot today. I was hoping for some better weather. I was hoping for a bit of sunshine, which is a reason why I didn't go to Edinburgh today, like I was intending to, because it was going to have 100% cloud cover. So today, I just nipped down to the coast for like an hour and a half. Fair enough, Andrew. Good evening, Mittens. How are you, sir? Hope you're well. So I went down to the coast. So I went to Beadnell here, this harbour. I think it was one of the only west-facing harbours on the east coast. There might be more now, but I think it used to be the only one. So I shot some various images here. Some loose. I think I'll probably look at some of these looser ones to see how they turn out. I think we'll. Yeah. And then I went along to Bamburgh Castle as well. Kind of played around with the extended zoom, so you can see this is 50mm, whereas normally I've been shooting everything at max 35mm. The lens, I think the new lens will take a little bit of getting used to, because it's got that extra zoom. It's quite heavy, which I've been just been telling everybody. It's I think it must be a little bit heavier, or I'm out of practice and haven't been photographing enough. That it's a bit sore on the arms. So we'll just have to deal with that. But it is nice having that extra reach without having to use my legs to go and walk to these places or to get closer. So I think it'll be useful. I'm just gonna have to get used to the new. I think these things you've just got to adapt to. So movement, I'm going to have to adapt movement. Obviously, with the bigger zoom reach, then keeping everything in frame is a little bit more tricky, because I don't look through the viewfinder and I don't look at the screen at the back to frame a shot. I just do it on feel. So when I'm zoomed in like 50mm and beyond, I'm just going to have to be a bit more conscious of where I'm aiming, because there's a few here where I've almost missed the scene. But that'll come with time. Lobes, how are you doing? How are you? Where are we? What am I doing? So yeah, there was a couple here where I think. Yeah, this one here, you can see where, because of my aiming, where I was. Because I'm not looking through the viewfinder and stuff, I pretty much missed the scene because I'm getting used to that zoom range. So, so yeah, by the end of it, I think obviously the sun was getting lower as well, so it made it easier. Better light. So I think, yeah, just more practice needed. Do a few more weights, a few more repetitions with the weights, and I think we'll be all right. Nah, just randomly aim it in the general direction. You're at work today, Lobis. Lobis, I've learned a trick. You'll be a benefit of it. Because I was feeling, you want nuggets? I was feeling ashamed that I hadn't actually done this yet because I hadn't figured it out. Because every time I go to your stream, this happens. If I go to Maple stream, it happens. So just returning the favour. I'm sure everybody that's here on Twitch is following Lobase already. But if you're not, for God's sake, go and do it. Go join the Discord and everything like that. The web community Discord, very good resource. Lots of lovely people there. So I'm learning these things, Lobase. I'm getting used to Twitch. Or streaming on Twitch. I've been on Twitch a long time, but so yeah. Getting there. Getting there with all the stuff. Right, so I did go through some of these images when I got home earlier, and just hi Sten, by the way. How are you doing, sir? What do you think of the new king then? I see he got properly put in charge at the week. Was it at the weekend? Was the big celebrations? I saw it on the news here. So we'll look at this one, probably integrate this one, but we'll reset that actually. And what I was thinking also, 1, 2, 3. That one and that one. What I was thinking of doing, because I should have been doing this for ages, is zipping some of these raw files up and sticking them somewhere, and then you can all. Excellent. I was going to say, Stan, because it'd be a bit like our queen. She was queen for a long time, so there'll be a lot of people that don't know any difference, I'd imagine. So let's reset that. So I'll just pick these ones with a 2-star, that one. Is that just 4? I thought it was more than that. Go with that one. 2 stars. There we go. Yeah. Let's go with these. Are you winding poor Lopez up? You meanies. Meanies, a lot of you. Right, so let's get some of this stuff developed. I don't know if I need to open the vignetting up any further. It does a pretty good job of opening that up anyway. Right, okay. So what I did find, because I realised I didn't have them, or I hadn't installed them for quite a while. I'd forgotten that I found my old Lightroom presets I used to use a lot. So I'm thinking I'm gonna use these. So these ones I've been using for years, and this one's called Aged Turner's Preparation. So you can kind of guess where it came from. But what it does needs the colour adjusted a little bit. Oh, I bet, Lubis. I was on Maple stream yesterday, or maybe earlier in the, and he's got like a massive resource on his Discord, and I looked into there and I'm like, there is thousands, and I was like, that's just too many, backing out. Yeah, quite right, Stan. Because I think I read something this week that there must be a book coming out about our queen and her latter years, and they were actually thinking about putting a region in while she was kind of diminishing if it was like a long drawn out illness. So they were obviously thinking about it. Right. So I don't think there's a lot of to do with this image really in Lightroom. Yeah, there's a few of them systems where you just clip onto the strap of your bag, that kind of thing. Can't remember what it's called. The ones I've seen. But I'll know it as soon as somebody says. Change the contrast a bit, and I don't think there's any real need to darken the sky down because we'll use blend modes to sort all that out. Peak design, that's the one, David. That's the one. That's the one I'm thinking about. Yeah. Been around a number of years now. Right, I'm just going to sync these settings across. That should sort those out. I haven't even got Photoshop open yet. What a mistake to make. Editing. So we'll set that off and we'll come back to me whilst it's doing that, because it'll chug away for a little while because my computer is slow ish. Yeah, you can probably tell it was probably designed by a man. Those honest things. But I have seen them where you clip it around the, to your bag. I don't think I would actually get something that would do that kind of. It would have to be, clipped to the strap of your bag. We see them like with belt thingies as well. Is that a technical term? Thingies. That's all good. Why is that? This bloody. What is this program changed or something? No. Right. I pressed the wrong button, that's why. This amateur pressed the wrong command. Thing is a technical. Yeah, exactly, Jen. So do I. Definitely low base, definitely. Yeah, that's a good point, Peter. The like the most strap thing I've got is the wrist strap, for obvious reasons. Otherwise, I'll throw my camera away, and that would get expensive. Especially the condition my arm is in at the minute. It's loading, nearly loaded. I'm waiting on it loading, Inda, because it's easier if I switch away. I've just got to remember to switch back. If I switch away and then it's not, it takes less processing to show the entire thing. Nice, Peter, nice. I'm sure you can ignore it, don't worry about it. Right, back to this one. Yeah. I have got one of, what made it? Think Tank. I've got like a whole harness system that goes round and round your waist, and you got bags to drop lenses into and smaller bags for bits and pieces. So basically, you don't need to carry a camera bag. You just have this harness on, and you've got bits hanging off you. It wasn't the most practical of things, but it was useful for certain things. Right, okay, let's start blending these together. Otherwise, it's going to be 10 o'clock. So. Wow, that's yellow. I think I might have cocked up the colour here, but guys. Okay, it's going to be multiply then. It is a very light image. So we want to choose a starting point. Let's go with that one. Let's base everything off that. We want the move tool. Bring this across into here. Is this where things have... This is where the lens is crap, doesn't it? It's not too bad. You can see the lens has crept a bit. How it's not quite lining up because it's a little bit too big. Alright, we'll just go with the strongest point. Sounds so... Yeah, exactly. Right, so let's move this over here. That's probably a bit too straight. We take this layer. Where's that? Is about there. About there. That sounds like there's a story to that one, Peter. I do, Inda. I do. It looked like... Come on, computer. It looked like that. Well, to be honest, I moved a bit further to the right. I think I did take another shot before I left. I think. So it kind of looked like that, but not wobbly. I thought I took a straight shot whilst I was... No, I mustn't have done. No, I did. Did I? I thought I did. Yeah, I did. There you go. That's what it looked like before, Inda. Before. That's what it looked like without me wobbling the camera around. So it's just a harbour. You got the inlet there. So that's where your boats would go on. Big walkway. Tide was coming in. There, got the old harbour buildings there. Storage silos and whatever. And some houses. So do I need this detailed one in? I probably do. Probably do need that detailed one. But probably a little bit weaker, so it's a little bit more dreamy. Right, so if we select all these, let's move these more into the center there. Fantastic. So we will just crop these straight down. I'm not going to faff around. I think it is quite a shallow harbour. Well, certainly at this time. Certainly when it's at low tide. I don't know if you were here at the start, Andrew, but it was the... Can you not, Jen? Sounds dangerous. There must be, well, yeah, there must be, because Peter tried to donate, to donate, and it didn't work. Did that, seeing the actual scene mittens and then seeing this, is that what you meant? It's cool to see. Yeah, I must remember to do more of that, to give people more of a clue where it came from. Just I don't always remember. Or if sometimes I'll take a shot with the phone, but then they're never on the computer. Oh yeah, there's quite a lot. You can come down here, and there's usually yachts all along here. I don't know where they are a lot at the minute, but there'd be 20 of them. My favourite camera. I do a lot of rotation mittens, so flipping the camera completely upside down. I do a lot of that. That's why my arm's in such a mess. Oh, by the way, Peter, did you get your dining room finished decorating? Okay. So like even most of these mittens, these have been made by moving the camera completely, rotating the camera upside down. That's pretty much what I do. I've kind of got it. I was going to say I've got it down to a fine art. It's not quite down to a fine art. It's still a struggle. Right, curves. I need to reduce some of this color, by the way. No, let's keep it warmer. A little bit of blue in, a little bit of blue. Yes, I thought that would be the case, Peter. Yeah, you've got. If you don't want to do a job, you've got to do it badly. I've lived my entire life by those morals. So if you do a really bad job at decorating, then they'll get in hired help instead. Hiya, Freddie. What are you doing online? Nice to see you. Right, everybody be nice to Freddie. It's my nephew. It's no swearing, everybody. How was your day, Freddie? I know I can see you, because your name's in chat, that's why. And hopefully you'll be able to see the replies on the screen as well, Freddie. Nice, Lobes, nice. All the way to April. I don't even know what I'm doing next week. It's boredom. How can you be bored if you not got homework to do? I'll give you homework. Got a load of editing to do. Are you any good at Premiere Pro? Right, so hue and saturation. I'll have to behave now. Bye, Freddie. Nice to see you. Although I'll get a text message later. So, what am I going to do here? Brighten the foreground. Just a bog style, like a fairly simple. Yeah, I think so. Just use a mask. That's always the wrong way around. Something I'll do with the emotes. So it'll be something to do with the good and always doing it the wrong way around. So keep that dark sky going. Do you think it's? I don't think I've overdone it on the warmth side of things. I haven't used that preset in quite a while, so. Okay, another adjustment. I need levels, I think. No, I don't. Don't need levels. I'm sure there's not an adjustment for making things pop. Probably something really confusing, which I can't be bothered to look at yet. Contrast. Brightness. It's a bit much. Just thinking about these edges here, which might disappear anyway. Just livens up the foreground a little bit. Just a little bit. Nice. Okay. So, do I need to do anything else to this? One thing I need to think about, because I've been asked by Kaiser and Morag at the ICM Academy. Is it the ICM Academy? To do a tuition video for them. And I was kind of stuck on what to do for them. And I was thinking Photoshop, like random Photoshop techniques. That's gone down a lot. I'm getting further away from 10,000. That YouTube goal. I've just realised. And I was thinking about. I'm just going to do a stamp layer. I was thinking about various Photoshop filters and stuff like that I might use. Motion blur. Because I've dropped like and when I go into studio today, it's like for the last 28 days you've lost 10 subscribers. I'm like, yeah, I've noticed there's been a lot going missing. And I'm like, so I'm thinking like, is it because I'm doing nothing but live streaming? But then I'm like, I've been doing nothing but live streaming for like getting on for 14, 15 months because I'm so badly prepared on making actual videos. So I was thinking about, using something like, highlighting the potential use of something like motion blur, where this kind of area, you've got a bit of detail without the movement. So if I turn off preview there, you can see there's a few horizontal lines, that kind of thing, where maybe you want it a little bit softer. So you use motion blur to give it a little bit more blur, and then just use a mask and then maybe only apply it to this kind of area, leaving all this fine. So I was thinking about adding in, doing little tips like that. Stuff that I don't actually use, but I thought might be useful. Right, so I need to create a mask, an inverted mask, and then paintbrush in white. And I just paint in over this kind of area here. Just softening up those areas, making them a little bit more painterly. Any place where you've got a bit of a, potentially got a bit of a double line, you could use it in there, kind of like that. There's a lot of this, sometimes you get where you get a double line. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's down to the way they want me to be. I don't want to make videos. I just want to stream because it's easier, and I don't feel like a robot when I'm when I'm live. I'm fine. It's when I'm recording stuff I feel terrible. Anyhow, right, adjustments, hue and saturation. I'm gonna add in a little bit more red up here. I think a little bit more red, Andy. Increase the saturation a bit. A little bit more of that. Maybe -3. I know. Well, to be honest, Andrew, I wasn't very good to start with. But yeah, I'm very much out of practice now. I did record one the other day. I just haven't got around to doing anything with it. I think I've done a bit too much there. That's maybe better. We've got a variation of colour there. That's fine. We'll see how this turns out. So into Analog Effects Pro. But yeah, I've got very much. I know I need to practice them. But actually, having the prompter is actually a good thing, because then I can have bullet points to keep me on track, and actually have something to look at, a reason to look at look at the camera. Peter, I don't believe that. I do not believe she would ever unsubscribe. I mean, like you all know, my social life is is you guys on stream. I don't do anything. Oh, this is a bit strong. This preset. But you can see we're getting into the very 19th century kind of feel of colours. That's why I use that preset to start with. Just looking at options. See where this might go. This direction of travel. Yeah. You should stream, you see, Andrew. Get yourself on Twitch as well. Doesn't even need to be photography. Like that. What's this one like? So this preset always works. It's switching off already. Fine. Just make jokes out of it all. Just looking at these various presets. Yeah, it's 6.7. I still haven't upgraded Sergio, it's still I've still got, I think it's 6.2 I've still got installed. So there'll be all kinds of things I'm missing out on. Okay, right, let's go back to Gatehouse. Let's play with these ones. This one, I should say. Because I do like this warm tone here. Second exposure. So let's make that bigger. Let's bring this down and let it intersect with the harbour, etc. Find that line where it kind of potentially looks good. Yeah, it needs to be across from here. This kind of thing, you just do it on feel. If you don't know. Some makeup surge, excellent. It's always nice to know what the advertisers are pushing out. That's very kind, Linda. That's very kind. Yeah, I've probably got a weak heart as well with my family history. But that's a whole different thing. Don't expect me to be around very long. Persia as well. Oh, you've got the full experience of a full 90 seconds of adverts. I'm sure there needs to be a. I thought Twitch kind of put it out in chat that when there was going to be an ad break coming up, I need to look into that because then I need to know when it is. Oh, Becca, thank you very much. Yeah, to be honest, I mean, Mittens, you mentioned shorts there. I have been because what I've been doing is like the chatty bit at the start of stream. I've been pushing that into Opus Clip, the AI generating vertical clip generating thing, service, whatever. I've been using that, and I just haven't got around to posting any or many. Becca, that's very kind. If you carry on like this, you're going to end up with a VIP. Right, so I quite like that. You got these like little verticals here. Kind of maybe looks like a little bit of drizzle, a little bit of rain. Yeah, I mean, streaming does. Well, streaming generally, I don't think you need much. But if you're streaming and doing Photoshop and Lightroom and stuff like that, I think you need quite a bit of a. You need to pack a punch with the computer, or have a second computer. Fair enough, Becca. Fair enough. So it's right. So exposure balance. I think we need to kind of. I think you can kind of sort this out nowadays. Let's go with that. So what I would like to do is retain some of this detail here, which I think you can do with a. Oh, it comes with ulterior motives. Oh yeah, okay. Get yourself over here, Becca. Come visit the UK. Right, so I think there is a. Or maybe there isn't on this. Damn it. And it doesn't give you any prompts. That probably deletes it or something, doesn't it? Okay, balls. Kind of hoping to nullify this. We're going detail extractor, but not too much. And I'll retain a little bit more here. Contrast. Let's boost that, see what it does. It's a bit hard, so let's knock that back. Brightness. Let's leave that about there. So the lens vignette, this is, you can see vignettes up that way. Might need to strengthen that. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Lens vignette, please, thank you. We bring this down, make that a rectangle, and bring it out of that corner. Things we are losing the end of the pier there, which I would like to keep. We open that up a bit, like so. Yeah, okay, grand. How much out of the corner are we? Tea first and then talk. Good stuff. A good priority there, Becca, is, yes, good British tea. And then we get on to the photography. I have no idea, Inda. I have never come across that happening, to be honest. Well, to be honest, I never really shoot portrait orientation, so I don't know. Reach out to them. Drop them a line, and they might be able to help you out or give you some guidance as to why. Well, I've never come across that. In 6 years? Wow. Ah, cool. Oh yeah, you go. Yeah. When they're old enough, take them to the Lake District. Do all the Peter Rabbit stuff. Yeah. Fully understand that, Becca. Oh, but you've got an exciting year coming up then. Fantastic. I think what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to just, when I go back into Lightroom, not Photoshop, I'm just going to ease back. So maybe just do a subtle erasing kind of mask on this kind of area. No worries, Mittens. Always good to see you. Have a great rest of the evening. Always a pleasure. Never a chore. Good to see you, man. Oh, man. Oh, I hope that goes really well for you, Becca. Right, fade. I'm going to drop the fade a bit. That was quite fadey, that image. Bring a little bit more definition back here. Strength-wise, it's probably about there or whatever. Color-wise, I don't think it's having much effect. Okay, right, so starting point, ending point. I think what we'll do is... Oh, that's exposure on the wrong thing. Like 51. What I'll do, I'll come back into Photoshop and kind of just reclaim some of this foreground here and the harbour itself. So it is going to be quite a picturesque kind of edit rather than something impressionistic and abstract and not really what it started out as. It's going to be do all that. No worries, Peter. Good to see you. Have a good meeting and we'll catch up with you soon. Remember, Peter, next week. Don't worry about it. Next week is the nighttime in the tavern. I'm a week. I'm thinking it's the end of the month already, but it's next week. That's what it is. Right. Okay. So that goes for everybody else. That's a red night as well. Next week is nighttime in the tavern. Okay, let's apply that. Itchy foot. Apply. Get me back into Photoshop. Okay, and we wait. So slow today. Yeah, right. So, like I said, kind of a week, excuse me, erasing the mask along here. Maybe bring a little bit more definition back to the end of the pier, that kind of thing. So we'll slap on a mask, and we'll got the eraser tool. That's like opacity. Let's reduce that to about 30. Flows 50, so let's just make it 50, 50-ish, and just paint or erase some of this. It brings a bit more of the detail back. It just takes away some of that overbearing redness. Don't know, do I need to go all the way across there? Maybe not. We'll leave that alone. Let's follow this area here. Kind of got a bit of a sunsetty kind of feel to it. Time is it? Nearly 9 o'clock. Okay. So that's what we started at. To that. So let's erase a little bit more along here. Just lighting that up a little bit so you can kind of, yeah, probably enough of that. Let's go for another. How big is this file? 1.5. The curves layer just to see brightness, darkness. That print behind that one, the one that's coming out tomorrow, a load of issues with that. Trying to get that, I had to sacrifice the paper. I had to go for what I deem a cheaper paper. It's not cheap because it's the same cost, but it's like, do we want a bit? This maybe a bit. Actually, that's quite nice around this area here. Is it too much? Oh, have I overdone? Well, maybe if I dial it back, use the opacity. So that's fully opaque, or whatever it is. Fully solid, and let's just ease it back. John, how are you, sir? Thank you for subscribing on the YouTubes whenever it'll come through. My notifications are so far behind. I don't know what's going on tonight. Hope you're well. It's been a long old time. Actually, I might just erase some of this out of this kind of area as well. Just kind of lift the foreground a little bit more. Like so. Just keep that bright. Like so. Is that right? Zoom out. I've got to be careful about brightness these days when I've got to think about printing. I mean, I could do... There we go. There's the notification come in. Thank you for the subscription, John. Right, so actually, do I... Yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do another curves layer. I'm going to boost it, but I'm only going to use this central part. So I'm going to do that with a gradient. That could well be from that, Becca. I need to really really go and rip some audio, some funny audio from places for these things. Right, mask, Andy, mask. We want that one. So that kind of thing, like so. And then I want to invert it because I never get it the right way around. Like so. Hi, Maple. Maple, I learned a trick because everybody else was doing it. It's not really a trick, but it's new to me. It's kind of new to me. If you're not already. If you're on Twitch, by the way, go follow Maple Glades. Join his Discord. Loads of great stuff. But I'm sure everybody that's on Twitch watching is already obviously following Maple. But I learned how to do shout-outs. Now, if only YouTube would do things like that, and then we can all play the same game. Exactly. If you're not on Twitch, go make a Twitch account and go follow. Fun streams. That was a long one last night, my Mabel. I think it was still going when I went to bed. Or did it only just finished just before I went? Yeah. Do I go a little bit brighter? About there. Yeah, something like that. But it was fun for the period I was in. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Right. Yeah, have a word with yourself, Becca. Right, here. I'm now thinking I need to reduce a load of colour at the foreground. God damn it. I'll ease back on the colour, so maybe -10. Change that back to that. And then just gradually feed that like so. I think that's a little bit better. It's all simple. We do simple edits here. We don't do complicated stuff. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. I think maybe if I just erase just one, is it 30%? Yeah, the 30%. Let's just make this a bigger, fatter brush, just very much along the edge. And it just softens it off a little bit. It's only this little section in the middle here that's reduced in saturation. Right, so I think that is good enough for today. I think that will do for today. So we will see. Hopefully this will save. Let's save this. Head back to Lightroom. Now he's called it Photoshop. We're in Photoshop. Quite red, Serge. Very much so. Well, you know me. Do like my reds. You should see the print. The tomorrow's print is very red. What am I doing? Back to Lightroom. That's what I'm doing. Back to Lightroom for crops. It's 3 stars, and we'll create a virtual copy. So of course we need a 16:9 just in case we would need for wallpapers for the end of the month. Looks reasonable, I think. I mean, the width of this, I don't think we're going to get a square crop out of it. But let's just try to check just in case. I don't think it's with the length of the. Well, then again, because we don't need the end of the pier in. That's all the way over here. We can kind of get away with just the houses and the storage units and the edge of the water, and the harbour doesn't really matter. We've got the sky in. Yes, maybe square crop is quite fine. I don't think I'll ever post it, but it'll probably do for the time being. So we better have a 3x2 as well. And obviously for those that don't watch me a lot and have their own way of working, I do my cropping last because I like to maximize my canvas. Many people out there will, cropping will be the first thing they do. And to be honest, if I'm doing normal photography, cropping is the first thing I do because there's usually so many distractions. It's not actually going to be a big that big a file actually, Sergio. It was under 2 gigabytes. So for my kind of images, that's pretty good. So I can probably things now we're back in Lightroom, we can start doing a little bit more. So maybe enhance texture a bit. Like a true crop, as in like recognized ratios, Becca. Like standard ratios of like 3x2 and 5x4 and 5x7, that kind of thing. Actually, adding a little bit of clarity just gives that a little bit more stormy kind of feel, which is quite nice. Still think I've overdone the colour, but well, not overdone the colour, but started the colour in that overly done way. If I just click that, what's that do? Good God. No. I mean, I could probably ease back a little bit. Maybe it's adding quite a bit of red there. Okay. Make it purple. Don't challenge me things like that, Becca. No, actually just tweaking that a little bit. That might be a better colour anyway. Maybe we'll switch to that and it'll change. Yeah, it's not as warm. So potentially it maybe is a little bit better now. I don't know. That's It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy with that. So that's the first image off the new lens. But like I say, what I was thinking about is I could potentially zip these files up, make them available, and people can play with them. You can report back in a couple of weeks' time or whatever. I mean, it's not the most exciting of images, but it might give you something to play around with. So if I remember to do that, I will do that. Or if somebody prompts me later in the week, I will do that. If you want to do that, join the Discord. That's my Discord, not everybody else's. Yeah, somebody did mention it the other day, or the other week, Serge, and I was thinking, yeah, I should do that. Especially for a lot of data that I don't really care about as well. So, you know, like some of the data I'm a bit more pretentious about. Do want to give some of it away, but something like this where I'm just playing around, then there's no harm whatsoever. It'll give you something to mess around with as well. So that'll be good fun. That'll be good fun. Right, so that is that one. I was going to show you the print that is coming up. Where that might be hidden. Where might that be hidden, photos? That'll probably be a good starting place, Andy. That one, and then that one, and that is on that page. So the print that is coming out tomorrow is this beastie. Which I think I started making in about July after I made the initial captures, or maybe it was a little bit after July, and then I think over Christmas we had a second crack at it because I really liked this area, but I wanted to do because I didn't really like this area, so I needed to rejig. So I think I mirrored this bit over here and changed it a bit, and then brought in the white mountain and everything like that, and tweaked more and more, added more red, as we do. We like a bit of red. We like a lot of red, to be honest. So that is being configured, and most of it prints okay. Obviously, the change between screen and print is quite significant when you're dealing with a lot of these tones. So I think we've come to a good compromise between screen and print. So very happy with how it's turned out. So we did enhance one or two little bits as well. But I think it was basically, this was made over like 3 streams, something like that. Definitely 2 anyway. So it's been a very public creation. So that, yeah, this print will be available tomorrow for about 3 weeks, possibly 3 weeks. It could well do, Ozzy. It could well do. I mean, it might. I never actually thought about putting it on metal paper, to be honest, because I should really give it a try. But anyways, it's going on semi-gloss. Because it wouldn't go on matte, any of the matte papers. It wasn't good for that. So it is going on a semi-gloss paper. So that's coming out tomorrow. If anybody is interested, I will probably be busy configuring the shopping page tomorrow morning to get it all ready. So it might be available by lunchtime. Might not be. We'll see. So that is that. That is the vlogging done, the image making done. Now Twitch, I need to have a bit look at because we need to find somebody to raid. I made the mistake the other day of like not having anybody to bloody raid. So I need to open a Discord, see who is on, and then half the people aren't actually doing any photo stuff. Zebra on. Is she still on? Must be. Notice on Stream Elements. Flickr, how are you doing? Just marginally, Flickr, just marginally. Yeah, just wrapping up, just looking to see who's online that we can raid for the Twitch people. Awesome. Right, I'm just going to check that Zebra's still on. I'm presuming she is. I'll mute her. Yeah. Right. Okay. So I'll copy that, and I'll send the Twitch people over there. Buttons. Where am I need to go? There. That's where I'm raid channel. I'm getting used to this eventually. Right. I will start the raid. Hi, Ray. Yes. Sorry. Always wonderful timing. Always wonderful timing. So yeah, we're just wrapping up. Just about to raid out. But thank you for dropping in, both Flickr and Ray. Thank you very much. I should, because I've been doing it for everybody else that I kind of follow for streams. Hopefully you are still here, and hopefully I won't get time. Will I get? For God's sake. So, I mean, I'm sure many of you are, but if you're not, then go follow Flickr Crest. And I'll probably there's going to be a delay now, isn't there? Because I think there's a cooldown for these things. So Ray, you might be unlucky here. Let's give it a go. See if it'll work. I've got to wait for a minute and a half. But anyways, if you're not already, but I'm sure you are because he's been around for quite a while, give Ray a follow as well because I highly endorse both of them and everybody else in Twitch land. And if you're not in Twitch land, sign up to Twitch and follow these wonderful people as well. Remove the follow banner. There's a follow banner. I think you followed me a few weeks ago, Ray. I think, to be honest, Ray, I think you were the first person that ever raided me. Oh, right, okay. Okay. No worries. No worries, Jen. Some of it, some people have got to work, so you can't expect to be here. But no, we're just looking to raid out. So I'll start the raid. We'll go and raid Zebra, who I think is still about to raid. Yeah. Grand. Right. So that is in progress. So thank you very much. Everybody on Twitch has been watching. It's been lovely to see you and spend time with this evening. 10 viewers. I think that was like pretty much up there with the most I've like retained. But thank you very much for hanging out with me today. Thank you all for being so very, very lovely to me as well. Thank you everybody on YouTube as well, the red team. Always good to see you guys, even though you are a little bit quieter. Or you have been today. Thank you very much, Sergio. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else really to mention. I think I've flogged my guts out to you all enough already. But thank you all very much for hanging out with me tonight. And we will see. I'll stream again later in the week. I'm going to Edinburgh Sunday, and then I'll see you. Not Sunday, Thursday. So I might stream Friday, or have I got something on? I can't remember. I'll be streaming again, maybe at the weekend at the latest. Anyways, Twitch people, good night. Have a great one. Till the next one, keep it hard. And that's Twitch away, and I will see You wonderful YouTube people, we'll see you next week. And like I say, I'll probably stream over at the latest over the weekend. So like Saturday, Sunday, and then we'll see how things. If I have time before, we'll do that then. Well, anyways, right. Better go and to this Twitch raid. So till the next one, keep hard. See yous.